Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making banana nut bread. Now, if you don't want to put the nuts in, you don't have to. But they add a wonderful flavor to the bread. I got this recipe not from my mother. I got it out of a children's cookbook. Many years ago, I was watching some children for friends, and the mother had said, "Oh, this is a wonderful recipe." So while they were out, there were some bananas there that were going bad, and I thought, I'll make some banana nut bread. So I made it. What a mess. It overflowed in the oven. I couldn't imagine what was wrong. I followed the recipe. Well, I come to find out that it wasn't for one loaf, it was for 2 loaves. She didn't tell me that. Anyway, this makes 2 loaves in a foil pan. These are a 2-pound loaf pan. It makes 2 of those. Now, you take 5 fairly large, very ripe bananas. Now, if they're not real ripe, it's okay. Just so they are ripe so that you're able to mash them. It doesn't matter if there's a couple pieces of banana in there. I've already peeled them, and I'm just going to take a fork and I'm just going to mash them. I'm not going to pulverize them. I'm just mashing them up. And it only takes a moment to do that. And you do not use a mixer for this. Everything is done by hand. It's a very easy recipe. As I said, it came out of a children's cookbook. Now to this, we're going to add 3/4 cup of vegetable oil, which I've already measured out. Just pour it on top of the bananas. We're going to add 2 large eggs. Now, the reason I emphasize large eggs is if you use another size of an egg, if you use the medium, it's not going to be enough of egg. And if you use the jumbo, it's going to be too much. It's just like the 3 bears. Mama bear, Papa bear, baby bear. You got to use the large one. Not the medium, not the jumbo, but the large egg. Now, just break 2 eggs into that. And you're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. Okay. Now I'm going to take a spoon and I'm just going to stir this, breaking up the egg in there. I'm telling you, once you have this, you may think you have the best banana bread recipe or banana nut bread recipe. You don't. This is it. All right. So that is mixed up. You don't have to mix it a lot, just so it's mixed in. All right. Now, to this, we're going to add the dry ingredients right on top. We are going to add 2 cups of flour, just regular flour. Now, I have never made it with whole wheat flour. I am sure that you probably can, and maybe someday I'm going to try it. But I've never tried it. And you do not have to sift this flour. This flour that you get in the store, Pillsbury, this happens to be gold medal, they're already sifted, so you don't have to do that. Years ago, the flour wasn't sifted, so they had to do that. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, soda. Don't get that wrong. teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, now we're going to add a half teaspoon of baking powder. Just a half teaspoon. That's where I've done that before, read the ingredients wrong, and I added double the baking powder. What a mess. What a mess. That's what I get for not paying attention to reading. And we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay? Now, you can't add salt substitute. Doesn't work. Half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to mix this. You want to incorporate all that flour, all the dry mixture in there. Okay. And now we're going to add, if I can get my measuring spoon, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to add chopped nuts. I don't measure it. You can add anywhere from a half a cup to a cup. I just put them in. Or you don't have to mix them, add them at all. And then you want to make sure that this is thoroughly mixed. And then pour half in one pan and half in the other. You're going to love it. You're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees, pardon me, and you're going to bake these anywhere from 60 minutes, 1 hour, to 70 minutes. I just happen to have made 2 ahead of time, so I can show you the finished product. That's what that buzzer was when it went off. And let me see if they are ready. Make sure, and they are ready. Take them out, and I usually let them sit in the container, foil container, the baking pan, for about 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to do it ahead of time. Hopefully I won't have a mess, but I just want to show you. I better not. This is the finished loaf. And they raise beautifully. I usually put my loaf pans on a cookie sheet just in case, like the first time. Everywhere. And I was visiting somewhere, and I was watching the children. I had to clean the oven. That's how bad it was. But there you have it. The best banana nut bread. Let me go over it with you. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees. Take 5 rather large bananas and mash them. Add 3/4 cup of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, not olive oil, but any of those other oils. I use vegetable oil. 3/4 cup. 3/4 cups of sugar and 2 eggs. And mix that. Then add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and make sure it's only 1/2 teaspoon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix everything. Add your nuts as much as you want. If you want to mix them, if you want to add, I add walnuts. If you want to add pecans, if you want to add some type of chopped mixed nuts, go right ahead. And then put it in two 2-pound foil containers and bake it for 60 to 70 minutes, depending on your oven. Test it after 60 minutes. And I'm sure you will agree, it's the best banana bread you ever ate. I wish you all were here to help me eat all this banana bread. But I'll give it away. I'll give it to people who need a little pick-me-up. In the meantime, till next time, stay safe. I love all of you. Say a prayer for my mom and dad. Say a prayer for me that I might find a diocese that a bishop will pick me up. Share this video. Get it out there so other people see it. Maybe they know somebody that'll pick me up. I have a master's in divinity. I left years ago for different reasons, but I want to be back. Anyway, until next time, God bless you.